Hello, let's get started on our journey into understanding the subject biology by first of all getting to know what biology is all about. After you have studied this lesson, you should be able to define biology, list some of the different branches of biology and the specific area of study, state how biology is important to man, and also outline the similarities between biology and other science subjects, commonly known as the scientific method. What then is biology? Biology is derived from two Greek words, bios, which means life, and logos, which means knowledge. In other words, biology can be defined as the knowledge of life. It is the scientific study of organisms in all their forms, which may be past or present in their environment. Like any other subject, biology is divided into several branches, each of which deals with a specific aspect of the subject. These branches are related to one another. Some of the branches of biology are shown in the table below. In the table, we can see that botany, which is a branch of biology, is the study of plants. Zoology is the study of animals. Anatomy is the study of the structure of organisms. And physiology is a study of the functioning of organisms. Other than those found on the table, there are many other branches of biology which do exist. What other branches of biology can you think of? What do they study? Find out so as to increase the scope of knowledge. Why then is biology important? The knowledge gained in biology can be used to understand, explain, and solve many health problems, environmental problems, and also problems relating to food, such as agriculture, preservation, and so on. Knowledge of biology is required for entry into many careers. Just a few examples include the following: medicine, nursing, agriculture, horticulture, pisciculture, animal husbandry, and dentistry. Medicine is the science or practice of the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of disease. An example of a medical practitioner is a surgeon. A nurse, on the other hand, is someone who is trained to give care to people who are sick or injured. Agriculture is the science or practice of farming, including the cultivation of the soil for the growing of crops and the rearing of animals to provide food, wool, and other products. Horticulture is the science and art of making more plants and growing and caring for plants, both for pleasure and or for profit. Pisciculture is the controlled breeding and rearing of fish. For example, the rearing and breeding of fish in a pond. Animal husbandry is the science of breeding and caring for farm or domestic animals. Examples of such animals include cattle, sheep, and horses. Dentistry is the branch of the healing arts and sciences devoted to maintaining the health of the teeth, gum, and other hard and soft tissues in the mouth. A healthcare practitioner that specializes in dentistry is called a dentist. For your second activity for this lesson, find out about other professions that require knowledge of biology and also what sort of knowledge is actually needed. Let's now look at the scientific approach to studying biology and the organisms associated with the study of biology. Science is the orderly study of things around us. In all sciences, knowledge is gained in a systematic way involving the following steps. The first step into the scientific approach is observation, and it can be defined as the careful examination of objects or events. The second step into the scientific approach is the hypothesis, which can be defined as a proposal based on the observations made by the scientists. After the proposal is being made, the scientists now move on to the third step into the scientific approach, which is experimentation, which can also be defined as the testing of the hypothesis or the proposal made based on the observations that the scientists had discovered. Finally, the last step into the scientific approach is the conclusion, and it can be defined as an evaluation of the hypothesis based on the results of the experiments. Therefore, in the scientific approach, an object or event has to first of all be carefully examined by scientists. Based on the observations of these scientists, proposals can then be made. These proposals are then tested using experiments, and conclusions are then drawn based on the results obtained from the experiments made. We have come to the end of our first lesson. Let us now do a quick playback to see if we met our objectives for the lesson. Firstly, we define biology as the scientific study of organisms, past or present, in all their forms. Secondly, we saw some different branches of biology, including botany, zoology, anatomy, and physiology. Thirdly, we looked at the importance of biology. We saw that the knowledge of biology can be used to understand, explain, and solve health problems such as in the prevention and treatment of illnesses and or diseases, environmental problems such as in the care, treatment, and management of our environment, and food problems, for example, in the regulation and intake of food by humans. We also saw that a knowledge of biology is essential for many professions, including medicine, agriculture, and forestry. Lastly, we saw that as in all science subjects, knowledge in biology is obtained through the scientific method, which consists of observing objects or events, formulating a hypothesis or a proposal based on the observations made, testing the hypothesis by experimentation, and then drawing conclusions from the results of the experiments. Thanks for your kind attention.